Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm back live from my messy shop here. Almost didn't make it this morning, too. I come out here and, what was it? It was about 8:30, I guess. I come out here, turn it on. First thing I saw, more updates. I'm like, for crying out loud. So I sat here a little while and it finished updating at about 8:53. So, anyway, it's all good. And it must have got an update in the house too, because every time I get a Windows update, for some reason, when I go to open up StreamYard, the camera doesn't work, and I always have to reach around back, unplug it, and then plug it back in, and then it works. But the update always screws it up. So here's from the house, so you can see what, because the camera's not working. I didn't take the time to unplug it and plug it back in. But Jack's here, and he just come walking in. So all is well. What do you say, Jack? He's ready to get the coffee sessions over with here. Let's see. So we got a few thumbs up over there. Let's see who we got hanging out with us today. We have Mr. Clyde CNC. Looks like he was the first one in here. Good morning, Clyde. Thomas Graham. Good morning, sir. Did you get your pallet? I can't remember what day it was supposed to come. Wednesday or Thursday? You might already have it by now. I've already put dents in mine. I was using it yesterday to tap on something. I think whatever I was tapping, well, of course, I was tapping on a bolt, so that's harder than that wood. So I've already got mine dented up. That's all right. Just gives it character. Mark Lindsay's here. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Paul Stewart is here this morning. Good morning, Paul. Thank you for the thumbs up. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, sir. Hey, Jesse's here this morning. How you doing, Jesse? Hope all is well down there where you're at. Kevin Else. Good morning, sir. Mr. Larry Goff says, good morning, everyone. Same old. Rain in the forecast. Yeah. Joanne said that the Elsa is going through the Carolinas, but so she didn't even hardly affect me. It is kind of gloomy and rainy looking, and no doubt it'll rain sometime today. But yeah, it's all hit. And they said once it crosses the Carolinas, it gets back out in the ocean, it may pick up steam and start heading to Boston as a hurricane again. So who knows? That'll be interesting to watch. Bart Bixel's here. Good morning, Bart. Diana Carpenter's up early this morning. Good morning. Yeah, Jack the Shop Dog. Yeah, he's a good old boy. I see Steve Gronsky's here. Says good morning, everyone. Thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate it, Steve. Janet Moore's here. Good morning, Janet. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Sisk is here as well. Typical Indiana morning, picking beans, waiting for rain, listening in. All right. Good to have you on the coffee sessions, Mr. Doug. I see Darren Birds is here. Morning, everyone. Worked a couple of days. Things slowly opening up here in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I did something I haven't done in months, I guess. I had to go to the UPS store yesterday, and the UPS store is right next to Publix. And since Jim was kind enough to bring me those tomatoes the other day, I thought, well, now I'm about out of bread, so I got to go get some bread. So I went in there. First time I've been in that store in months, because I've been having my stuff delivered. But it was nice to see. There were some people wearing masks. Most people probably, I don't know, I'd say maybe it was 50-50. I didn't really count that close, but I'd say probably 50-50. But just good to see people getting out and not being scared to go out and do stuff. Jeremiah Brown says, I had to do some work in the shop for work, so I'm almost on the road. Okay. Thomas says, it didn't arrive yesterday. I can't remember it might have been Thursday. I don't know. I can't remember what the tracking number said, but it is coming, good old USPS, priority mail. It's in one of the medium priority mail boxes. If it fits, it ships kind of deal. So, should come today then if it didn't come yesterday. And it says it's going to rain in Indy today too. Hey, there's Troy. I think I missed him. Thank you for the thumbs up, Troy. Appreciate it. Troy says the USPS is United States Postal Service. That is correct. That is correct. Okay, Mark says, no work done yesterday. Linda had the pipe at a funeral, so we spent all day on the road. Okay. Does she play Amazing Grace on the bagpipes? I bet she does. Diana says, I hope you got some green beans. And she's talking about for Jack. And no, I forgot to get some, but I got to go back out today, so I'll probably run by there again. But yeah, Jack's getting spoiled now. He almost doesn't want to eat anything if I don't put green beans in it. So I'll go by and get him some. I got to run some more errands today. Eddie Mill is here. Good morning, Eddie. David Burnett's here as well. Thank you for the thumbs up. Much appreciated. Okay, Janet says, help these old eyes out. What does it say on the wooden cabinet behind you? Okay, let me move my big head out of the way. And I don't have a way to zoom with this thing. But what it says, it's got a 3D carving of an eagle right in that center dished out spot. And around the top, it says 2017 Pallet Upcycle Challenge. And then challenge is down on the bottom. That is a, let's see if I can find it. That is every year there's it's changed hands. Somebody different does it now, but Sterling Davis used to do it. Every year he would do they call it the pallet challenge or pallet upcycle challenge. And it's where you take an old wooden pallet and you take the wood off of it and you make something cool. Hey, there's old Mike Klingspor. I'm glad you're here because I got a question for you, Mike, and I'll get back to the cabinet here in just a sec. Is there a way? I was just going through a big stack of some of that, I don't know, the stuff I get from your extravaganza things, the little sample box or whatever. But it seems like the way that stuff's cut, sometimes it may have the grit number on the back, sometimes it don't. Is there a code where you can look and figure out what grit? Because I was wanting to take all that and cut it up into smaller pieces but I want to be able to look at a glance and know what grid it is. So let me know if I'm sure there's. I know you probably know, but I don't know all those P numbers, and I think there's PS numbers, and I don't know. But anyway, getting back to the cabinet here, Janet, there is a video that I did because the whole idea of the challenge is you take an old pallet or pallets, you can use as many as you want, and you take them apart and you take that wood and then you make something. So I took, I think, 2 pallets because that's the cabinet right there. It's 15 inches wide this way. The door, and it looks like it's one piece, but I'm gluing up pallet boards to make a panel, and then that piece is so 15 wide. It's 28 tall to the top, and then it's 6 inches deep. But it's just and the coolest part of that cabinet that I like the best, and you can't see it looking at it from here, is I actually did dovetail joints with pallet wood, which anybody knows anything about pallet wood, that's just crazy. But yeah, I had to plane the heck out of them to get them cleaned up and all the same thickness, and then glued them together to make big wide sections, and then did dovetails to make the box, and then did that door. But it was a lot of fun. And it's a nice little cabinet, so I figured I might as well hang it up. Although I'm probably going to move it over a little bit. All right, I'm missing stuff here. Mike says that was a great year for the challenge. It was. It was. Bill Hoffman's here. Good morning, Bill. Diana says she measured Rosie's box and it would fit. Okay. We'll talk about that and get something figured out for that. Mark Lindsay says, yes, she does play Amazing Grace, another tune called Flowers of the Forest. Yeah. I know that Amazing Grace played on bagpipes always gets me. So that's just, I don't know, just something about it just gets me. Doug says, I text you a morning view. All right, I'll check that. I heard my phone blowing up here, down here. Doc Whitaker's here this morning. And my buddy Mike's come through here. He says, let's see, for the most part, anything with a P in front of the number is the grit. Okay, that's what I thought, but it's like some sections, the way it's been cut, it'll be missing the number I need to see. The grit will be the second largest number on the backing. The smallest number, typically 3 digits, is the manufacturing date. The largest number will have 2 letters in front of it, which is the material number. So it would go CS311 is the material, P80 is the grit, 385 manufacturing date. All right, let me grab that stack. This is what I was, let me see, I got a big old stack here, and this is only part of what I have. Because I get one of those sample things, and they're full of stuff here. See, just like this one, Mike, it says made in Germany, and then it says 075, but there's no grid on it. But this other one says, what is it? Okay, so this says, and this is the same thing as this one, 444. And then I finally get down to here and it says PS24 P320. So I'm assuming this is 320 grit then. I just need, these other numbers just confuse me. I just want to know what grit I'm looking at. But yeah, that's helpful. I think I can figure it out. So the P number is going to be the grit. And as long as I can find it on one of them somewhere, like there's one that says P150, so that would be 150 grit. All righty. Yeah, I was going through this. I'm trying to get organized out here. It's not going to happen overnight, but I'm working on it. So most likely all P. Yeah, silicon carbide. Okay. Mr. Vectric here. So let's break down the techniques used in that cabinet. 3D carving, text wrapped on a curve, V carving, profile carving. Spoken like a true Vectric geek, right there. Yeah, I used up about everything I know about Vectric on that thing. But like I said, the coolest thing that you can't even see because it's hidden from you got to get on the side to look is the whole box is put together with dovetail joints. Not done on a CNC, however, though. I did them the right way using a dovetail jig. In fact, that dovetail jig that you see hanging up right there, that's what I used. Where did I get the free samples? Well, they're not free samples. You buy at the Mike maybe will chime in here, but they always have. I guess those are like cutoffs or something. And they just make you a great deal on them. You buy a box of them when you're at the Klingspor Extravaganza, which I hope will happen again this year. Um, and you get all kinds of stuff. It's just a big bunch of. I've got them 2 or 3 times, I think. And I got sandpaper out my. Yeah, I got probably even more than what I just showed there around in the garage where the CNCs are. But let me look real quick here. I'm trying to find something. All right, let's see if I can find this. There it is. Okay. For those of you who might be interested, I will put the link right here in the chat. And that is the link to the YouTube video that I made for the 2017 pallet upcycle challenge. So if you want to go watch me take apart pallets, spend hours running it through the video's not hours, but I spent hours running all those things over and over and over through my planer. You'll see me do the dovetail joints. You'll see how I made it. You'll see the CNC carve the stuff on there. So, okay, let's see. Mike says these are all bargain boxes. It looked like you had the 5-pound sheet box. Great for sharpening planes, irons, and tools on glass. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not trying to suck up to Mike here, but it's the best sandpaper on the planet. I'm telling you, that's why I buy the stuff and I have so much of it around because I don't use it all that much, but when I do, I like their stuff. It's a good size buying those things because it's like offcuts or whatever, so you can just cut you a piece off and use it. Mark says that's the teacher in me. I remember that video. Yeah, it was a pretty good video. It's I did that. Let's see, August 30th, 2017 is when I uploaded that video. So that's been, gosh, almost 4 years ago. But it's a cool little cabinet, and it's not just hanging there for looks. It's actually got stuff in it. Hung there on a French cleat. Uh, oh man, no in-person extravaganza this year. We will be virtual again. All right, well, maybe one day. I will. I will be in attendance, even if it's virtually, though. But I sure miss them shows. And I've said this, and again, I'm not sucking up to Mike just because he happens to be in the chat this morning. But I live right here near Atlanta. Been going to the Atlanta show for years. But then when I finally somebody said something about Hickory, that show in Hickory, and I'm like, what show? I never heard of a show. And the first time I went, I'm like, man, this is how the Atlanta show used to be before they ruined it. So I have so much fun at that show in Hickory, and that's my woodworking show now. Even though I live right here. Uh, all right, we can, yeah we I don't know what I do. I don't do much, but okay. Janet says first thought it was a dartboard cabinet. Yeah, it kind of looks like those, I guess, don't it? But yeah. Clyde says Mark reminds me of a teacher I had, but Mark doesn't have mustard in his mustache. Well, he might after he eats a hot dog. Mhm. Um, yeah, yeah. I was thinking. It's funny that Mike's on here this morning because I was thinking about that this morning. Uh, watching a YouTube video like I do most of the time, and there was a guy. It was one of those long YouTube videos where somebody was at somebody's club. I think it was a Rocky Mountain woodworking club or something, and there was some guy, and he was there doing a talk and demonstration um, about segmented turning. So, yeah, Mark says doesn't have any mustard in his mustache right now, but the day is young. You never know. Let's see, I forgot to set my timer with all the Windows updates driving me crazy. Let's see, we still got a few minutes left. Yeah, I was just thinking about those shows this morning. I think I really miss, and don't get me wrong, I love all you guys, all this virtual stuff, but it's just not the same. Getting to shake hands and all that kind of stuff. Now everybody's scared of that stuff. But we'll get back, we'll get back to it one day. So we will get back to it. Yeah, I don't know. The Georgia's pretty wide open as far as the, the pandemic thing. We're filling up baseball. Well, we were filling up baseball stadiums, filling up of course, the Hawks lost, so they're out now. They lost to the Bucks in a best of seven Eastern. What was it? Eastern Championship or whatever it was. But they were filling up. I want to say Phillips Arena, but it's not Phillips Arena. It's State Farm Arena is what they call it now. But anywho, let's see. Mark says Klingspor invited me to do a virtual presentation this year, but I already have two other commitments. All right. Mark says I hope to be able to do it next year if it's online. Well, I hope it's not online next year. Sorry. I hope they have the real deal. Of course, I guess they could still do some virtual things for people who can't travel and stuff, but ain't nothing like the face to face thing and stuff. Yeah, Mike says it hopes to be hybrid next year. That'd be good. That'd be good. But yeah, Hickory's that's just a cool little place. If you ever get a chance to go there, especially if you're going to the Klingsport Extravaganza, go take the tour, going through their manufacturing plant where they make all that sandpaper stuff. I did that the last time I was there. It's pretty cool. Neat to see how stuff is made. But man, just the whole atmosphere of that event, when you're there, it's pretty cool. Reminded me so much of the like I said, the Atlanta shows back before they screwed it up, because Atlanta used to have a really big show. Um, used to be one of the biggest ones, and it was at a much, in my opinion, it was at a much better place. It was at some old, I don't know, some old shopping thing. The building used to be some kind of store, and then it was just used for there. But I mean, you would have, of course, Peachtree Woodworking is big here in Atlanta, so they would have like, a huge section. Um, Rockler always had a big section. There were just a ton of, just a ton of vendors. You go in and, I used to go pretty much all 3 days back when it was at that place. It was in Norcross. I can't remember what it's called now. North Atlanta Trade Center, I think is what it was called. But then I'm trying to think what year it was, 2016 or 17. They moved it up there where all the dadgum traffic is, right across the street from SunTrust State. Well, they even changed the name of that now. It's Truist Stadium or something now. The ball field, baseball field. Up there, and it's, traffic's a lot worse, big pain in the butt to get to. And then you go into the Cobb Galleria, which is nice, but they didn't have near the vendors. And it's been worse and worse. In fact, I didn't even go the last year that they had it. I didn't even go. I'm like, nah, I'll go to the one in Hickory, and then of course that one got canceled. So anyway, I guess it's time for me to get out of here. I see my messages popping up here. Some of that auto stuff. I see Mark said Oregon opened up July 1st, no restrictions at all, except for masks still required at medical facilities. Yeah. Yeah, I think when it comes to going in like a hospital or something, you got it, or doctor's office, you got to still wear them here. But it's good to see people getting out and breathing fresh air. So, anyway, well, I guess I'm gonna get ready to wrap this one up. I got some errands I got to run this morning. Got my video all done and uploaded, so it'll be coming out Saturday morning. Happy to have that. I didn't take much because all I lacked was the thumbnail, and I had to do. Yeah, you can come by anytime, Mike. We don't. You're welcome here anytime. Come on by. We'll talk about sandpaper. But thank you for that. Thank you for that information. I think I knew that had to be the grits just by looking at it. Like, well, it must be this P number. But then when you get some of these things when it's not on there, I'm just gonna cut it all up into smaller pieces, and then I'll write on the back with a Sharpie or something what it is, so I keep it organized. So let me get ready to get out of here. Y'all come back tomorrow morning. We should. We'll be one of these places, either here or in the office. Just depends on how Mr. Dell Computer wants to cooperate with Windows. So anyway, y'all have a good one. We will see y'all tomorrow, and everybody be safe. See you.